Hey!
We got an echo.
Where is that coming from?
My mom.
There's a cat.
Where is it? Oh! Hi! I'm so glad you can join us. Thank you. I'll try to be loud. I certainly know how to talk. Just ask my coworkers and friends. Okay, so Marcia went over a little bit about how the organ works. Thank you. So, please help. Every organ is different. Oh, before we start this, if anybody has a cell phone with a camera, please make a video of this. I'm going to try and put it up on my YouTube site. And so please just hold the camera right up there and go for it. Yeah. I want to get, yeah. So every organ is different. The pipe sounds are different. There may be more or fewer keyboards, more or fewer pipes, and the number of stops are going to be different. Today I'm only going to talk about this organ. So we have 3 keyboards. 2 for the hands, 1 for the feet. The 2 for the hands, the bottom one has a name, it's called the Great. The next one, the top manual, is called the Swell. And the pedals are called the pedals. They're really inventive. So she told you a little bit about how it works. The air comes from the blower up in the attic and into a reservoir which expands and it holds the air and then it goes to the pipe to create the sound. Pipes, with the exception of reed pipes, are like whistles. Okay, so it goes and it comes out of the mouth, and then the tube on top is the resonating chamber. Where am I? The longer the pipe, the lower the note. And the smaller the pipe, like these guys, the higher the note. This organ, as Marcia had said, is called a tracker action, which means the keys are directly connected to the valves at the bottom of the pipes. Tracker action is also referred to as mechanical action. When you press the key, there's a series of thin wooden sticks, and they're really long, like popsicle sticks though, which connect directly to the valves, which open and allow the air to go into the pipe so it will speak. With a tracker action, when you press the key, you're connected directly to the valve at the bottom of the pipe, but not just one valve. You're connected to every single valve that is for every pipe that's assigned to that particular key. But you don't hear anything because the stop isn't pulled. Let's see if we can hear air flow through. Not really. Not really. Anyway, it's sending the air, but the valve isn't open, so the pipe can't speak. Okay, there goes there. These doohickeys over here on the side, the little round guys, those are called stops. Now each stop is, again, connected by a series of wood sticks, which attach to a wooden slider with holes in it. Now when the organ builder builds the organ and they put in this rank of pipes here, they have 3 boards, and they put them all together, and then they drill holes down, all 3 of them. So you have one on the bottom, one on the top, and then you have the one in the middle, which is the slider. When that slides this way, those holes don't line up, and therefore the pipe can't speak. So when you pull out the stop, then now you can hear the slider moving over. Let's do something fun here. That's the slider moving over and those holes starting to line up, and then they line up and everything comes on. So, pretty neat. And I think I may have said rank of pipes. The pipes are all in a line, partly because of that piece of wood. It's straight, you know, so in a line, but also they look like soldiers. So they're called a rank. Now the pipes that are controlled by the top manual, the swell, are all inside of a box. And unfortunately, there's no light in there and you can't see the box. But there's 366 pipes inside that box. And it has louvers on the front that open and close to make it louder and softer. So when you're playing, you can gradually make, or quickly, make the organ louder without pulling on more stops. So something like, let's see if I can do it here. Ned, can you assist, please? Can I get the diapason on the swell? Thank you. So we're going to close the box, and then we're going to open it. And close it. Okay, you hear the difference, right? So that's the only expression that there is on the organ without pulling out another stop or pushing a stop in. We also have a coupler system. Now the couplers, I can play this keyboard here, but what about this one? I want to play that one as well. So over here on this side is this one here, and take off the diapason for me. Thank you. My brother Ned, by the way, thank you. So you can see that it pushes down the note or the key on the swell as well. So you can play both keyboards at once. It also, we can do that with the pedals. We can do it individually so that the great is coupled to the pedal, or the swell is coupled to the pedal as well, swell as well. Now, what would a pipe organ be without pipes? So let's talk about some pipes. There are three types of pipes. We have metal ones, we have wood ones, and then we have, I'm going to pick it up like this, I don't trust it. We have reed pipes. Okay, these are different. So we have the three types of pipes, metal, wood, and reed. There are 4 families of sound. Flute, which is a smoother sound. The diapason, which is the fundamental sound that we think of as organ sound. Strings, they're these skinny little pipes like this, and when you play them together, it sounds like strings. And then the reeds. This organ has an oboe. The oboe top left. Do this, make it loud. Put that in, 2 in the middle, no, M. Yep, those 2. And the strings, oops, what are we doing here? We're Salicional, Violin. So those are the string pipes, and then we have the organ sound. Thank you. The name of each type of sound is printed on the stop face. So when you pull that stop, you look at and think about you're going to pull that stop, you know what it is, what type of sound you're going to get. The organ is actually the first synthesizer. It makes sounds like other instruments. That's a synthesizer. The difference, this gets a little technical, but I think you're going to understand it, okay? So, the difference between the families of pipes is based on the harmonic content. So, harmonics are created by the waveform inside the pipe. The shorter and wider the pipe, fewer harmonics. It's more fundamental. Longer and narrower amplifies the higher harmonics. So the string pipe has more harmonics and therefore it makes it sound stringy. Oh, where am I? Now, in the order of what I'm going to play, plain to complicated, we have flute. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so that's a flute, nice wood pipe. And then the diapason, which is this guy here. You can tell I'm still a little nervous, a little wobbly. So that has more harmonics. Then we're going to do the string pipe. And you hear the difference, right? So you hear the difference between that and the flute. And then the string. More harmonics. The various timbres and tone qualities are created by the material that the pipe is made out of and the shape of the pipe. You can see that the string pipe is small and skinny at the end, therefore it's quieter, whereas the reed pipe that I have, which happens to be a trumpet, is conical, and therefore it's pushing that sound out and making it bigger. You ready for this, guys? Okay, that's loud. Now, in comparison, I have another reed pipe, which is actually covered. This is a vox humana. It's not as loud as brass.
The human voice, vox humana. Lovely.
So, with these guys, the reed pipes are a striking reed. So it actually has a small brass reed on the inside which vibrates. And it's called a striking reed or a beating reed because the hole that's there doesn't go, the reed doesn't go all the way through it. So it doesn't travel like this, it only travels halfway. Kind of like a clarinet or a saxophone. All right, let's see. Bing, bing, bing. Where are we? Okay. So if you look at the stops, you'll also see not only the name of the sound that you're going to get, you're going to see a number. Now the number tells us what pitch, what octave that rank of pipes is going to play in. 8-foot pitch is considered piano pitch. It's like you were sitting in front of the piano. Middle C is going to sound like middle C on the piano. Now 4 foot is the octave above that. Now 4-foot pipes are half as long. With the 8-foot pipes, any of the pipes, the bottom note is the length of whatever the designation is. So if it's an 8-foot pipe, like 8-foot stop, that bottom note is going to be 8 feet long. Wow. And then they get, as you can see, progressively smaller as you go up the keyboard. It's so cool that we can actually look inside. Lost my train of thought. So here we go. So this is an E. This is an E. The octave above, and if you line the mouths up, you will see it is half as long. So this is the octave above this. This is an 8-foot Well, it goes down to 8 foot, and this is considered a 4 foot. When I said organs are different, they are because this is a 8 foot diapason,
It's white.
and so is this one. Yeah. There's a difference in the sound. So, pretty neat. I like that. Now, the pedals have a 16-foot Bourdon. No, there's no 16-foot pipe in this organ at all. No, we measured it. Marcia and I did the other day. So the 16-foot pipe is actually, it's directly behind, almost directly behind my brother. If you could show it to them, it's the
Which
one.
one?
Keep going.
Here?
Yeah, that's it right there. That one. That's that pipe. And if you want to pop the C, low C, keep it low C.
Oh, yeah, feel.
That's that note.
Yeah.
Okay. Turn it off. Now, it's a stopped pipe. So there's a sealed stopper in the top of that wooden pipe. So when the air vibrates, the waveform, if you will, goes all the way up to the top. It hits that stopper and comes back down, and it makes it. The waveform is twice as long, so it makes it the octave lower. Happen to have something here. So this is a stopped pipe. Take the stopper out gently. Back in. Gently. Because it has to go all the way up to the top, turn around and come back down and come out here. So it makes it the octave lower. So, now that you learned about the mechanics of the tracker action organ and all about the different pipes and sounds, at this point, it's up to you, the organist. The organist will layer the different octaves together to create one note. Now what I did was I had the 8 foot, whoops, the 8 foot, I added the 4 foot, and then I added a 2 foot. The ear will always hear the bottom note. Which makes it brighter and more noisy. So we do that, and we also combine the different families of sounds together, which you'll hear in the upcoming piece. Before I wrap up, there are some do's and don'ts of any organ. Number 1, never stand on the pedal board. You will break it. 2, don't wear street shoes. See the grime and gruck on the bottom of my shoe? That's going to get onto the pedals, and then it's going to transfer onto the bottom of my organ shoes or Marcia's organ shoes, and therefore it will start to wear the pedals down and destroy our shoes. Organ shoes are special. These are special shoes. They're very thin. They have a wooden heel, and you never wear your organ shoes too far from the organ. Let's see. When you're finished playing, always push in all of the stops, and that way all those sliders move over and dust and grime won't get through in the pipes, etc. Also, something to remember is tuning is affected by temperature. Always leave the swell shades open. Otherwise, when someone comes in to play, they're going to have 366 pipes that are out of tune with the rest of the organ. So always leave the swell shades open. I'm so happy to have been given this opportunity to present your organ to you. And although an organ may seem like a scary instrument, it's really not. It's quite simple. once you understand how it works and what the stops do. The rest of it, I would consider on-the-job training. Any organ that you play being different will have different stops. You'll have to figure it out as you go along because every organ is different. Thank you.